Good morning, and thank you for joining us this morning and here. On March 28th, across the border, we had 5,767 children in the custody of the United States Border Patrol. They were in Border Patrol custody for an average of 133 hours. At this facility specifically, on April 2nd, we had more than 4,300 individuals, and of those, approximately 3,700 were unaccompanied children, and they were here for an average of 139 hours. When our administration began, we inherited a system that had been torn down and dismantled. And I said at the time, in late March, that we have a plan to address the challenge of the unaccompanied children who were apprehended along the border. That the plan would take time to execute, and it would be difficult to do so, but this is what we do. We do the difficult work, and we know how to do it. Today, there are approximately 700 children in Border Patrol custody along the border, and they are in the Border Patrol custody for an average of 26 hours. Today at this facility, rather than approximately 3,700 unaccompanied children, there are 334. Rather than a custody period of approximately 139 hours, they are here for approximately 24 hours. There are several reasons why we have accomplished such a dramatic change, in addition to the plan that we were executing, and that is because of the people who are executing that plan. Chief Hastings of the United States Border Patrol here at Donna, and then men and women whom he leads, and the men and women of the United States Border Patrol across the entire border. The men and women of the Federal Emergency Management Agency, FEMA, who have lent such extraordinary skill and dedication to the mission. To the men and women at U.S. Citizenship and Immigration Services, who have also lent their expertise and resources to the mission. And of course, our partners at Health and Human Services and across the government. The President directed an all-of-government approach to meet the challenge, and we certainly have accomplished that. The challenge remains. It is not behind us, but our plan of execution is well underway, and the results are compelling. The border remains closed, and as a part of our all-of-government effort, we are not only addressing the needs of the unaccompanied children pursuant to the law, but we are also addressing every other element of that challenge, including the smuggling organizations that exploit vulnerable children, vulnerable families and individuals, and who prioritize profit over people. I announced a number of days ago Operation Sentinel, which is an all-of-government and all of the Department of Homeland Security effort to combat the human smuggling organizations that exploit the vulnerable individuals before they arrive here in Border Patrol custody. We are also executing on the President and the Vice President's direction not only to build back, but to build back better. We have re-engineered the process for the treatment of unaccompanied children, the transfer of them to Health and Human Services shelters where they belong. They do not belong in a Border Patrol station. As I said at the very outset, a Border Patrol station is no place for a child. but that children belong in the shelter of Health and Human Services and in the care of Health and Human Services as they are being united with their parents, their relatives, and their legal sponsors here in the United States. And we are re-engineering that process, and so we are building back better. Fundamentally, we are also executing the President's three-part strategy and the Vice President's three-part strategy. We are going to be addressing the root causes of irregular migration and working in the Northern Triangle countries of Guatemala, Honduras, and El Salvador. We are going to be building legal pathways so individuals, parents do not feel compelled to place their children in the hands of the exploiting smuggling organizations. We will build legal processes for them to come here to the United States when they are qualified to do so under the laws that Congress has passed and with respect to the passing of law. And critically, we are committed to passing immigration reform. There is unanimous agreement that our immigration system is broken and immigration reform is desperately needed.